Breaking economic news, inflation. Yes, there is some, and weekly jobless claims. Core CPI inflation rose 0.2% to 1.9% year on year. And jobless claims, well, are there any jobless in America? Initial unemployment claims fell 7,000 to 255,000 in the October 10 week, matching the low for 2015 reached earlier in July, and claims at this level are now the lowest since the 1970s. Current labor market conditions are unbelievably strong. The labor force fully employed, fully engaged. An economy at full employment has to have the short-term interest rate at normal neutral levels. It is way up at 3.5%, the neutral Fed funds rate, and the Federal Reserve doesn't even want to start lifting rates yet. Core CPI inflation rose 0.2% in September. Is it real? Will these monthly 0.2% increases continue? Well, part of it is due to the 0.3% rise in shelter costs, and these are running 3.2% year on year, which is consistent with the anecdotal reports of a new housing bubble forming out there with mortgage rates low at 4%. Housing is rapidly becoming unaffordable again, and an imbalance in the economy that the Fed's zero rates policy is making worse. What else? Well, some prices fell. New and used vehicle prices fell 0.1% and 0.2% respectively. Clothing dropped back 0.3% as well, and yet overall core prices still are rising 1.9% year on year. Given where we are in the business cycle, it looks like inflation is here to stay. Don't be fooled by the market fears of deflation blowing in from abroad. These arguments are just a lot of hot air. Net-net, the labor market is on fire with help wanted signs in every shop window on the walk down Main Street. 255,000 weekly jobless claims, the lowest since the 70s. The jobs market is stronger than the late 90s stock market bubble. It is more robust than the housing bubble years. We don't know what bubble is forming out there right now with rates left at emergency Lehman financial crisis levels, but it's going to be big. Claims are low. Maybe it is partly related to the Columbus Day holiday, but it comes during the payroll jobs survey week, and this means the jobs report on Friday, November 6th could be a biggie. Inflation? Yes, there is some, with core CPI up 0.2%. Inflation had been quieter the last 2 months, up just 0.1% increases in July and August. It's back. If you were looking for evidence that global market turbulence was going to slow growth in the U.S., think again. What happens overseas is staying overseas. The jobs market is rock solid through the October 10 week, and we think the Fed remains on track to raise rates in December, just like Fed Chair Yellen told us in Amherst on September 24. The economy is better than you think.